right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So just want to make sure everyone does the housekeeping. We always got to make sure we say this. You have to hit that like button. You have to hit the subscribe button. You have to ding the bell to be notified. So whenever we go live talking about finance, crypto, lifestyle, whatever it may be, or what is the bleeding edge of culture right now, you want to be following this channel. We are super excited. We finally crossed one of our Rubicons here, which was getting to that 4,000 subscriber mark. And man, it was like trudging through mud for a couple months here, but it all kind of relates to how the sentiment has been for crypto in general. We have top influencers right now saying it's the bear market confirmed, big accounts. You know, our friend Sami broke it down pretty good. You know, he posted a video last night, pretty late. He's up just as late as us, being crypto degens, doom scrolling the what he calls the Twitteroonies, which I think is funny. But yeah, it's crazy that all these big accounts, you know, they think the bear market is like, it's like, that's it, you know. And it's crazy that it's always, whenever we see these big accounts like this, it's like they've always been wrong. The big accounts have always been wrong, and it's usually the smaller accounts and the ones that are actually buying the coins, being on chain. They're not the ones getting paid to post. They're not the ones that are, you know, basically getting paid to, you know, to subdue or just basically give, you know, these, I guess, false narratives to people. And I think it's dangerous. So what we need to do is just like not quote, listen to influencers and all these people, but actually just do our own damn research. Let's follow the money. Let's see what's happening. And we know that the banks have been basically, and sorry, I don't know why there's a Cloudflare attack happening right now. So if anything is going to be looking weird or happening weird, it's probably because of that. So if anything gets glitched, anything happens, X was down, Cloudflare attack, I thought about something. I just talked about it in the chat. Guess what, guys? What if Sam Altman and Elon are battling against each other in a war on the servers using AI and massive IP flooding attacks? If you think about it, Sam and Elon are like arch enemies right now. I mean, you got to think about how this is playing out almost like a Batman scenario. It's pretty crazy. It's like we're in Gotham City, and could be what's happening right now. I just thought about it, and it's pretty crazy. So we got a lot of interesting things happen. We got the market being pretty volatile right now, but at the same time, if you've been following the channel, then you would be taking advantage of some of these very volatile coins right now, but then also just knowing that there's volume coming into some of these alts like Zen. Zen's volume had been over $112 million in volume and trading volume just on WEEX exchange, and there's just been stuff pumping. Honestly, like the volume is coming in, even though we have this FUD with the Genius Act and Clarity Act and Brian Armstrong, backing out with Coinbase for the support. We have, it's just like, so there's some interesting things happening right now. There's some really interesting things happening right now. We're getting a lot more information about what those bills even meant and how they were trying to basically sabotage the crypto developers that have been building the space this whole time, and then basically giving the power back to the banks again, which is the whole thing of what we're trying to not do. That's the whole point of crypto right now. So this is what is the bleeding edge of culture right now that the normies are not paying attention to because they're sports betting on their favorite football teams. And or their prediction markets and things like that, or they just don't have any money at all. So there's going to be things like the stimulus checks coming down the pipe here, maybe in the next couple months. Who knows? Trump might pull the wild card and the Joker ace on us and on the system. He did it with the military. What makes you think he can't do it with just citizens earning under a certain amount per year? Bada bing, bada boom. I don't know. I'd like to hope and dream. But we don't need the stimulus. Here's the thing. You know what we can do? DCA. We DCA as much as possible, and we can trade. So we're going to be doing both on this channel. So So stick with us, stick with this channel, stick with the live stream, be a part of the dojo crew, join the Discord, get familiar with everyone that's in here, and we are going to be successful and we will make money. Let's go. Now, a word from our partners. You're going to laugh at this. This is hilarious.
WEEX, ready to level up your trading game? Welcome to WEEX, where smart tools meet zero maker fees and lightning fast withdrawals. And now it's time for the ultimate test. AI Wars WEEX Alpha Awakens. Build, trade, and battle your bots for WEEX, ready to level up your trade.
All right. I made that commercial in 2 seconds. Oh, this is what's crazy about AI. You know, like if you really, it can like speed blast AI and prompt it properly. That was in 2 seconds. Imagine what I could do if I spent like an hour trying to make a commercial, which I'm going to do. And so we're we're going to use all the tools that we can to our disposal. Okay. So, all right. Love you guys. Thanks for coming in. Awesome. We got some people coming in. Make sure you hit the like button. It's going to get people in here. It's going to get us in the search. And I want to also give a major shout out to all of the new subscribers. We got like over 100+ new subscribers recently, and it sent us flying over 4,000 subscribers. And you know, the silver video is getting a lot of attention. I think obviously with gold and silver, precious metals, everything is pumping like that. And the dollar's getting crushed. The dollar value is getting crushed. If people are interested in getting into assets that are going to appreciate and not lose its value. So one of those things, if you start to realize about the scarcity of certain cryptos and supply and stablecoin supply and being able to earn yield, provide things in the blockchain to earn fees, this is what we are paying attention to, because now we're seeing it, how the banks were basically trying to just get a piece of the pie this whole time and make sure that they learn what the DeFi protocols are doing, do all this, and then try and get the clarity to be able to then say, well, yeah, you're not allowed to do that now. We get to do that because that's what we've been doing this whole time with your cash. You think you can do that with your stable coins and your stuff? How dare you? No, that's not how it works. It's decentralized. It's DeFi. It's Web3. We get to be nodes and pieces of the network, just like we were supposed to. If we were going to risk our cash, put it in your shitty bank, and then you lend it out, get interest, and we don't get a piece of it. Yeah, that's the game, my friends. So this is the whole mind F that could break and crack everyone's brain open in the world of finance and say, wait a second. They've only been giving me 0.03% of my checking account. They're only giving me 1% to 2%, maybe sometime. If you're lucky, you get 3% in your savings. And then they're taking all of your cash and lending it out 100%. So then if you actually, at the same time as everyone else, came in and tried to withdraw cash, they would tell you no. That means banks don't have reserves. Banks don't have reserves. The stable coins actually have reserves. So when you want to swap your stable coin reserve 1-to-1 for something, you're going to get the actual value of it, especially if you're low slippage, you're going to get exactly the value. So now do you understand the importance of crypto, why crypto is so disruptive, and why we need to be investing in it when everyone's calling, oh, bear market confirmed? Like, those people have no idea what we're talking about. They have no idea. They don't know. So this is why you're going to follow this channel. You're going to follow the people that are inside of this channel because you guys know. That's why you're here. So let's make it happen. But I want to give a shout out to all the new people that are in here because you are in the right place. I'll just tell you that. Because we're going to the moon. This channel, bear market, bull market, sideways market, I don't give a rip. We're making money, okay? And we're going to make companies, we're going to make movements, and we're going to make some freaking moves. And we're not playing around, okay? There's no gatekeeping in this community, by the way. There's always communities that get gatekept. They're gatekept. You can, if you know someone, no. We're moving up and we're all eating together, okay? And I've said this. This is why if you're going to really want to like be a part of something that is going to be genuine, is going to actually grow organically, this is the place. Let's go. All right, subscribers. I want to see who's new. I want to see if it actually gave me the list. Past 28 days. All right, we're going to give a shout out to Z Family, REM, Math. We got Church Boy. We got Mavins Walter. We got Realtor GSF. These look like real people. I think these are actually real people. Shout out to Joshua. We have, let's see, who else? Last 7 days. Okay, cool. So it's not showing all of them, but it's at least showing some of you guys. So yeah, just want to give you a shout out. If you're here right now, welcome. Thanks for being a part of the dojo crew. Okay, so let's get into a little bit of the price action here. So we were looking at the price action. We were thinking, okay, we got like Jesus take the wheel happening on Pepe here, and we're gonna point out where that came from, and it's actually a crypto face. It's actually a crypto face term. And sorry, the internet or the Cloudflare thing, I guess whatever's happening, I would imagine it's probably affecting a lot of things right now. So if you're experiencing some lags or something, like you're just like, what the hell is going on? Why is nothing working properly? This is probably why. It's probably just some crap like that is, like we said, this whole Cloudflare attack. So this is the Jesus take the wheel pattern where you see this guy, you see this little guy form, and it's where you basically, he throws up his arms and he's just like, Jesus take the wheel, give me one more chance, 'cause I can't do this on my own, I'm letting go. And then it's like it could hit right up into the top of the head of the person who's freaking out and said, Jesus, take it. I can't handle it anymore. So then what do? Well, we're going to set our stop losses. We're going to set our take profits, and we're going to make sure we are hopefully preserving the capital. So aggressive stop losses are at like between 5%. If you want to let it, give yourself a little bit of a chance to get the volatility, because these wicks will hit fast. You get stopped out. You're going to have to be quick on your entry. And then it could be a little tricky. So if you are aggressively doing your stop loss, or however your risk management, however much you want to program yourself to lose, you know how much you're going to lose. It's like, okay, I know if it hits here, I'll lose $5, $10, whatever it is on the quick wick. But then you need to be just as quick on the entry coming in, and then you can do something like this. So what we did is actually with Pepe, we got stopped out just maybe like 2 times, and then we saw the pattern of the Jesus take the wheel pattern. And then we said, okay, this is a perfect entry right here, because you can see that there was like a 2 bottoms, and you can see where this matched up with also Ethereum and Bitcoin doing the same thing, hitting in these liquidity areas right here. You can see it right here, it matches up with the Bollinger Band. And then you go here, keep up with me. If you can't keep up, you better take some creatine and some more coffee, because we're lightning fast. And so we're going to give it to you. X gonna give it to you. We gonna give it to you. We gonna give it to you. We're gonna give it to you today, because we're not messing around this year. Our birthday is next week, and we're coming in hot on 2026's ass. So this is the energy that we have, and this is just the way it is. This is just what we're gonna do. So, all right. All right, the market's getting really, really volatile. And so what we've been trading also is we've been trading Zen. So Zen is playing off the privacy narrative right now, and it did have a mainnet migration from its old contract that I didn't realize was as old as it was. I thought it came out in 2022, 2023, because that's when I found it. Wasn't doing anything about it, but I started to kind of go down the rabbit hole. I was like, oh, this is like an old legacy privacy coin. But what they did is they migrated a whole new migration to Base. So then now the Base whales and the ETH whales are coming in hot, buying the contract on Base. So the holders have increased massively, and the volume started coming in a lot. So I was like, I just need to start trading this, because if you can catch some, but I'm going to say it has been very hard to trade. It's not easy. Look at this. I mean, look at this rip up and then this massive candle down, and then it just went sideways. But look, now it's going right back into that range. So do you see how you can really catch these bottoms here? But I'm going off of a long trend, because you can see the trend building up. You can see the wave. I call it like an oscillating wave. You start to see like, okay, you have points where you can kind of, it's not guaranteed, but it reveals at least where price is trying to go. And if you put a line right here, and now look, we're in the 5 minute. You go on the daily, look at where that price is. It's exactly, that line is exactly, look, pay attention, right where resistance is. So that is my target for this particular coin. Zen is on these resistance points. That's going to be obvious sell pressure. But what we can do is try and hold a position long enough, take profits, trail stop losses, make sure that we can stay in the trade long enough to scalp it, and we can be successful in making money. So this is the stop loss. I trailed it up when I was in profit. So what I can do is trail up the stop loss. I'm still going to be in profit, and that's if it consolidates down. But I also have a partial take profit up here, which is going to then close half the trade, 50% off the rip, when if it decides to candle and wick up into this price, which is previous resistance. So then I am just watching magnetic price action, making sure I'm taking the money when it hits. It's going to take that money. I still have the position open. I can continue to trail the stop loss to be in profit no matter what. And if I want to, I can close the whole damn trade, wait for it to go back into support, put in more liquidity, lower the leverage, and then that mitigates a little bit of the risk. And then you can ride this baby up right to that resistance point of the next price action. That is what you can do with every single coin. It is up to you to survive yourself and your emotions. That's it. That's the only, you're a battle against yourself. It's not the market's fault. You just need to just figure out which time frame is going to work for you. And so I've learned this by experience and actually trial and error, and losing and doing it successfully. I've been able to be very robotic with it, in some good portions of the time, even when it was like a sideways market, not necessarily just like, oh, it's a green market, because then trading becomes a little bit easier when it's just like a full green day and just like everything's pumping. You just put longs in, and you're most likely, if you're aggressive, you're going to make some money. But if you want to apply this strategy in an anytime market, it doesn't matter what's happening. You just look at support and resistance. That's it. You look at support and resistance. 4-hour chart's a great chart to be able to give you previous, confluence and all that stuff, and whatever's going to be lining up with the flow of liquidity. You can also, and if you're trading an alt like this, you really just want to make sure that Bitcoin's looking good at the same time. Oh yeah, I know. My computer is like going wild. Hold on. I might be able to fix it. Let's see. I think I just have too many things going on. I'm going to close. Oh yeah, I know what's going on. I can fix it. I can fix it. Let me fix it. Well, while I'm fixing this, guys, can you guys talk, come on, talk amongst yourselves. Give me the juice. I want the juice. Give me the juice, guys. Oh yeah, my CPU is running at 100%. Why is it running so heavy? What the heck? I'm gonna have to close every single program. And just yeah, it says my CPU is running at running at 100%. Yeah, stop loss? There is no stop loss. Yeah, that was the best Jason Casper clip in crypto history. That shit was so funny. I want to find that. I did clip it in the Discord. That got me dying. That was funny. Yeah, do we need the pump song right now? Oh my gosh, we haven't put the pump song on in a long time. I think we need the pump song. Yeah, I think we need the pump song. We need more people in here. We get the pump song on. Grab a plunger. Let's go. All right, we're putting the pump song on. That's it. It's over. It's over. Headphones wrecked. Headphone users wrecked. You're about to get wrecked. Let's go. Pump song's coming on. You're getting cooked. Shout out to Argo Fox, man. Argo Fox, I found this channel, this playlist a long time ago, and this is where I found the pump song. And it was yeah, what is it? It was Sanctus. It like hits hard. Oh, come on, where is it? Ah, shit, where is it? I think I went right past it. Son of a gun. All right. My eyes. Hit glass. Glitches. Serenity. Hyde Park. Come on. There it is. Sanctus. Yeah, Sanctus. This thing hits hard. I used to open the show with this. I used to open the show with this song. Turning this up. Yo. All right, everybody out there. It's time to get bullish. It's time to pull up your 2-minute chart. It's time to pull out the 2-minute chart. You. I just don't have the treadmill. But I could be like the techno Viking. Stop loss? There is no stop loss. I do actually have stop losses though. I'm being good. That's so funny. It's the funniest thing. Man, yeah, this song hits hard. Yeah. Everyone's like bear market confirmed. Hilarious. So funny. It's like everyone's like bear market confirmed and Ozzy's like that's what we need to look at everyone that doesn't know what crypto is. They haven't bought any. They don't know what alt season is. When you say ticker Bitcoin, they're like, what? You just need to be like, have you been under a freaking rock?
Yes, I've been living under a rock. SpongeBob. Woo!
Yeah, that's how people sound. That's how you sound to me when you haven't bought crypto yet or even downloaded a digital wallet.
You're like, I don't understand anything.
That's what you sound like to me. I can't help it. It's not that I think that I'm better than you. It's that I think that I'm smarter than you. I'm kidding, guys. Okay, so we're having fun. I mean, I've been glitching all over the screen, so it's not like you're gonna get like this stream is getting destroyed by Cloudflare and my computer overheating. It's operating at 100% CPU. And I feel like it might blow up. So we're doing our best. A CPU usage. What is taking most of the usage? Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see if we can kill some stuff. Oh, I mean, that's it. It's just like, nope, you're running at 100%. That's wild. All right, well, if I like blow, if I start like, if it explodes off the screen, that's my computer just overheated massively. There we go. We're gonna go back here. No, not there. Sorry, guys. My computer is really just like, it's like, please stop. Yeah, Ozzy. Yeah, it's like you just gotta have a plan. Like, what's your plan? What are you listening to? What are you focusing on? Are you, my wife, even like I found out some really interesting information. It's just like, what are you going to be doing to be gathering information and data to make sure you are staying ahead? There's a lot of things that people don't know, and that's really the problem. Is the not the access to information. The information's out there. It's just that people need to seek it. That's the difference. So their information is out there. Like we've always had the library, but now we have the internet. Geez, you have the internet, the library. You got personal experience from people and your peers and forums, and oh my gosh, you could just like. So it's not the information's fault. It's your ability to seek it. So what we have learned is that you got to just be a good seeker of information and seek wise counsel of people who've been through things. And so, for instance, in the housing market, when people go and buy a house and you're a greenhorn, you're going to get ran through the ringer if you don't know about homestead exemption, property tax, making sure that enough tax is going into the escrow account. You need to make sure that you have proper insurance. It's not insurance, it's going to get canceled, and then you have to pay out the ass for housing insurance. You have to make sure that the house that you're buying is not a lemon. So then you're paying all these expenses of fixing the house, but then you're paying the mortgage and the taxes and all the stuff that you didn't do the home exemption at enough time. So then your mortgage goes up $1,000. This is shit that no one teaches you. You have to figure it out and figure it out yourself. You have to ask questions. And so this is what's happening to people right now. And it happened to people all over the past 4 years with their mortgages and stuff like that because they didn't seek the information. And so, and then there's a thing called the health savings account. If you have a job that has a health savings account, unless you make the choice to put money into it at a certain amount, and if you don't ask the question, oh, do you guys match it? Yeah, we match it 1 to 1. You put $20 in, we put $20 in. Are you shitting me? Are you telling me that for the past 4 years, however many years, I'm just as a hypothetical example of someone just learning this, they're like, you could have been matching my health savings account, and I could have had extra money that was already taxed to pay my bills that were coming in from the insurance companies not paying the full amount. You pay the insurance company's money out of your paycheck, and then you have a copay. They only pay a certain amount. You have to pay the bill. And then you don't realize that you could be using your health savings account to then pay those bills. I'm telling you right now, this is gate kept and it's not gate kept information, but it's just like shit that they don't tell you. They don't tell you this. So it's like, even just making these simple steps of being like, oh shit, I could have this whole plan of saving up into the health savings account to pay all these bills with pre-taxed money. And then you have a plan set with, then you have more money to invest. What's the problem is that people feel like they don't have enough money to invest, so they gamble. And it's like, I get it, but if you think about where you could strategize, you don't have to gamble. You're just like, oh, I got like extra money left over because I figured out a way that I was losing money every single month. And then now I have extra capital to be able to put in crypto or stocks or your Roth IRA or gold and silver. You got an extra $100 and then you're like, oh, there's a silver dealer here. Let me contact them and see how much they're going to sell me some silver coins. You want to get exposure in that market. I mean, I don't care what it is. It's just like the point of this channel and a big narrative here is to have a plan. Is just have a strategy and a plan, and you can make adjustments, and there's variables, and you might make a mistake here and there. You're not going to be perfect. You're not going to have a 100% hit rate, but I guarantee you, if you just stay in the game long enough, you won't get brainwashed by the mainstream media, and you're not going to listen to that. You're going to watch what they do. You're not going to listen to them. You're going to watch what they do. Don't listen to them. Watch them. Watch what they do. Watch the money. They do a lot of this, and then you watch what they do. Okay? They have made everyone in the mainstream and the normies think that crypto is still speculative and it's a question mark and they don't understand it. And it's like all the while, the entire financial system is being flipped on its head to go into blockchain, and the banks are now being like, oh, we need to make sure we have like full control of this because it is going to be the thing. Because if everyone figured out what we figured out, we don't ever have to use the banks, and the stable coins would drive liquidity out of the banks, and then their rig is up, their jig is up. We get to earn the fees, baby. That's the whole game. We could be earning fees from being nodes in the network. That's what Pulse Chain's about. That's what all DeFi is about. That's what Ethereum's about. That is what the stablecoin market in general too, and the pairs, that's what it's about. You can be an entity of your own that has $1 million, and you can be a crypto bank. You can lend out your money and earn interest by other people trying to collateralize your, loans on your cash. On your digital cash. And see, they want a piece of that. They don't want it to be just so easy for you to do that. That's what the Clarity Act and the Genius Act and all that shit's about. It's about still saying, we get to decide, not you. That's what it's about. We get to decide, not you. But this is DeFi, my friends. This is Web 3. This is Web 4, Web 5. This is DeFi. I don't have to ask a bank or KYC to download a digital wallet and remember a 12-word seed phrase. Like, I don't have to ask permission for that. I don't have to go to a regulatory class to like take part in the bleeding edge culture of what is freaking happening right now. And that is what the retail needs to open their mind to, is that you are being convinced that you're not allowed to take part in investing in new technology that's going to power the world. That's all they're telling you. That is what the mainstream media is telling you, is that you don't get to take part in the next revolution. They want you to stay poor. It's as simple as that. You stay poor, you stay reliant on the system, you become a social justice warrior out in the streets protesting in Minnesota. Then perfect. That's exactly what they want. Because they can continue the game and the scam and the funneling the money and all that stuff. By the way, those protests are funded too. What do you think the media conglomerate machine funds? They need stories. They need pieces. They need people out there outraged. And that's what that is. I don't know if you haven't figured that out by now. I mean, then you need to wake the hell up. It's a show. All right, so speaking of bleeding edge culture stuff, NFTs are gonna pop. NFTs, I don't know what's gonna do. I don't know what's gonna like pop first. Like, I feel like obviously like we have to have Bitcoin sentiment being good. We have to have ETH being good. And then we might get some resurgence into NFTs. But what I want to say is that the NFT community and the people that buy NFTs, I mean, they're just like, they're still in it, man. You know, there's some OGs of the NFT community that have still stuck around. They're still bullish. And Beeple's one of those. Like, Beeple came in 2020, 2021, pretty early, you know, into the space, just like we did. And he really was fascinated by the NFTs and just how the crypto culture was, CT culture, how you could like get like this attention economy built around viral memes and even things that are quote satire stuff or conflicts, like conflicts and beef. Like, Beeple and CT really used that heavily to its advantage in 2022 and 2023 for the NFT market and the meme market. This is the ethos that is built up in the lore, and why people like Morad ended up being created as a person and a figure to represent the feeling of young people and our generation of how we didn't get a chance like our parents did. Our parents and your grandparents, they obviously had different levels of hardness and different levels of things being hard, like in society. But in terms of like the amount of energy and the work that you put in to then earn an income and then have that represented in what you could do outside of that was massively different than it is now. Because you could be earning the income, if you were to be earning the income that we are earning now, and then literally just rewind 10 years ago, you'd be fucking rich. Excuse my language, but you'd be rolling in the dough. I mean, it's like, I've made over now, like, if I would have told myself 10 years ago that I was making over $100,000 or whatever it is, like collective, like household income, I'd be like, dang, that's pretty good. But now that doesn't mean anything. Like, there's so many mechanisms of where your wealth has been stolen from you, and it's not the same. So this sentiment from Zoomers and some of the millennials is that, yeah, it's freaking different. Yeah, it is different. It's more or less like it was more physical trauma back in the 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s. It was physical trauma. It was also psychological trauma, but there's way more psychological attacks and trauma and poison that has gone into the way that we think. And it eliminated a lot of the hope and brought desperation and a sense of like, I don't know, a confusion to a lot of young people. So they start sports betting, gambling, watching porn, and being and just getting dopamine completely destroyed. So the meme movements and crypto and all that stuff is just, if you think about it, it is a call to action. It's a rebellion. It is a mission that if you wake up, the system that's been that all the things that I just said that took a hold on us is a system there is a web of things that are trying to make sure that keeps happening. And we realize it, but we want to make other people wake up to the fact that crypto can be the catalyst to wake us up. Dogecoin, Pepe, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We could full port this stuff right now. Get our money out of the banks. Get fired up, because going out in the street and protesting isn't going to do a damn thing. It's just going to get you shot, obviously. So what do? You vote with your money. You vote with what you do, your actions with your money. Your money is how they control you. So if you take your money out of the banks and put it in crypto, we won. It's that simple. It's that simple. We make it too complicated. We're waiting for clarity? What motherfucking clarity do you need? This is a message to people watching this channel that are new and like, oh, how should I get into crypto? This should light a fire under your ass. DCA. Your cash is going to zero. They're making a new money system. It's the truth. Get fired up. What else are you going to do? What are you going to do? You have to get fired up, my friends. That's the only way. We have to get freaking fired up because, like, if we don't, there's too many mechanisms going against us. They're spraying the skies. They're listening to us on our phones. We're full of nanobots. We're sending out MAC addresses to everything. You're wondering why. You're like, I didn't even say anything, and my phone just showed me something I just thought. Well, guess what? You sent a MAC address to your phone, and then it just brought it up. That's a little tip off for you if you're wondering why the hell things are getting really weird. Okay. I hope you guys have been following me this whole time because like we're getting in the juice here. We're squeezing that orange. We're squeezing the orange today. This is where I feel like the ultimate, like, just where we can get it out. Everyone, all of us. I want to hear your thoughts. I don't want to just be the only one screaming over here, getting pumped. I know you guys are buying crypto too. But are you getting as fired up as I am? Oh yeah, X didn't even, I don't even think X worked to go to the live stream. Nope, it's not working. Is anyone watching on X? I feel like X didn't even, yeah, there's been so much weird stuff happening today with the internet. Oh yeah, we're getting a nice little V-shaped 2 minute. I'm liking 3,333. That was the last spot that we just were just like a day or two ago. If you look at one of my posts, we actually posted it. Oh, are we live? Oh, okay. I guess it is working. Where was our 3,333 ETH post? We post so much. It's like I'm flabbergasted that we haven't broken through the algorithm on Twitter yet because we post so much. But maybe that's probably what has killed our account, which I think is so stupid. They're like, oh, you're using the platform too much, so we're gonna you know, punish you for it. It's ridiculous. Where's the 3,300 ETH? It was like the perfect. Where'd it go? Because that's where we want the price to go. It's 3,333 ETH. Oh yeah, by the way, have you seen this man? Have you seen this man? He's everywhere. Dude, this commercial's so funny. I made a commercial in 2 seconds, by the way, guys. If you want to make commercials, and I mean, I think this is the time to do it. You can just start making commercials. Check it out.
WEEX, ready to level up your trading game? Welcome to WEEX, where smart tools meet zero maker fees and lightning fast withdrawals. And now it's time for the ultimate test. AI Wars WEEX Alpha Awakens. Build, trade, and battle your bots for WEEX, ready to level.
It like tried to create me, and it did such a terrible job. It did like a bizarro version of me. So it doesn't do the people correctly, but I mean that's That was just me prompted. It took it like maybe a minute. It took about a minute to generate it. And I just gave it one of my images and I said, you know, create a commercial based off of this image promoting this, promoting this. And honestly, it did a pretty damn good job. I mean, really. But if you think about it, that part where it's that first part where it tried to create me, it was just like really bad. But I think this is fun. I mean, this is how you get work done. I mean, if you just gotta get things out, you can be efficient. You can use AI. All right, so we're getting some good volatility. I think this is good. This is good volatility. We are trying to be, proactive, protecting. We are not being irresponsible. I think it's always responsible to, all jokes aside, you really do want to set some take profits and stop losses. It's just whenever you don't do it, it always ends bad. It never works in your favor. Name how many times it's worked and name how many times it hasn't. It's probably not worked as many times as it did work. So you probably should do it. You probably should set it, and I'll teach you how to do it right now if you've never done it before. So say you put in a leverage trade. You're in a trade. You're in a trade here like Zen, okay? This is where I got my entry. And if you look, it's kind of almost near support. It's not exactly right at the bottom. You're not going to be perfect, but what you can do is you have your stop loss set at maybe 10% because the market can be moving real quick, and then you can say, all right, I'm in 10%. And then maybe say this candle goes up and shoots up to here. You're going to set now that stop loss, and you're going to drag it up. You're going to trail it up. You're going to trail it up. It's sort of trailing stop loss. What that does is you're hedging against yourself completely and protecting the trade to where you're always going to be in profit. And so maybe it closes your trade a little earlier than you wanted it to, but guess what? You made money. So it's like, what do you want? So that's you being greedy. That's your greedy side that's coming in to say, well, I could just get more. I could get more. And it's just like, no, stop it. Like it's called compounding. Don't blow your account. So this is how you cannot blow your account. And I've seen my account grow massively by doing this. And then when I didn't do it, my account got blown up. Simple as that. When you don't do it, your account blows up. When you do it, you preserve capital. It's the most simplest strategy that you can do in trading. This is, you don't need to read a freaking trading book. You don't need to take a trading class. You don't need to pay for a really expensive private group or anything like that. You just need to understand your coin that you're trading. Where's the breakouts that happen historically in support? Where does it hit resistance almost like clockwork? That's the range. Trade the range. You only need 10%. You only need a 3%, 10% move with low margin, low leverage to be able to make a few $100s in a day. And it can happen in 30 minutes. And all you need is this simple strategy right here, and that's it. You can do it on the short side. You can do it on the long side. I personally don't like shorting. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like shorting. I like longing. Longing feels better to me. I don't like shorting. I don't want to do it. If you want to short, go for it. All you're going to do is just take exactly what I just told you on the long side and inverse it on the short. That's it. You're just going to be entering in on resistance points and seeing that you have volume that's kind of coming in. On the short side, you got a lot of sells coming in, like overpowering the buys. That's how you can get a 3% short going, and you just do the inverse. You could do this with you could do this with any chart. Any chart that you have that you want to trade, you can do this strategy. This is probably the biggest strategy that I have found and developed and tried and had to figure out that's worked the best. This is actually the strategy that helped me pass 2 different prop evaluations with breakout. So it works. But then if you're still battling yourself, well, You're still the final boss. It's not the market. It's not an exchange. Oh, right. Nope. It's not Binance's fault. They're just ranging too. It's not their fault. They just figured out, oh, you can do this. Yeah, they're going to do it, but with billions of dollars. You can do it with just a couple hundred. You could play the same game. Literally play the same game. So if you want to play the same game, download the links in the description, click the links in the description, and let's start training. This is a training ground. This isn't a 100% win rate. This isn't I'm a genius. No, this is a dojo. We're going to train. We're going to get better. You might lose something. Get over it. You think things are risk-free? You think things are risk-free because people like Raoul Paul come up and talk to us. It's basically risk-free. No, nothing's risk-free. Nothing is risk-free. Look at the risk we're taking right now. But you know what? I'd like to see what the reward is if I can figure it out. I'd really like to figure it out. And we're going to figure it out together. All right. That's it, my friends. If you want any more and you want to continue to follow, then you need to be in the Discord. We need to be talking with each other. We need engagement. We need community engagement. And we need more people in here. Get your grandma in here. I spent 2 hours at my job running sound, working on onboarding people. I got people sending Solana. I got people downloading the Phantom wallet. I got people, learning how to activate their Robinhood so then they can transfer out crypto into another wallet. So then they can learn how to, figure out what Pump Fund is all about. So then they can then send into Pump Fund. Dude, I'm onboarding people. I don't know what you guys are doing. So we need to be doing this. Get out there. How are your bags going to pump? How are we going to actually tell people what we just explained is that you can be your own bank. You learn how to be your own bank and take part of taking this in this new money system. I think it might treat you a little bit better than these banks, don't you think? These banks, it's not, yeah, obviously there's scams in crypto. There's scams everywhere. But guess what? We've been giving the banks our money this whole time, knowing that they're scamming us, and we just do it. So you can't take part in crypto? Can't onboard some people and say, hey, why don't you try to test out a digital wallet? It's the time. It is the time. All right, well, we hope you guys have a good day. Have a good weekend. We're not going to be doing any streams during the weekend on Saturday or Sunday. We will come back. We'll be back on Monday. We do these live streams Monday through Friday, 11:30 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we hope to see you on there. So may the light of the Lord Jesus Christ shine on you and your families, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace out.
WEEX, ready to level up your trading game? Welcome to WEEX, where smart tools meet zero maker fees and lightning fast withdrawals. And now it's time for the ultimate test. AI Wars WEEX Alpha Awakens. Build, trade, and battle your bots for WEEX.